I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in, child. I'm sitting here talking to myself. I had the mute button on, but come on in. I see you guys. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. What's up, Linda Gamble? What's up, Lady D Keys? What's up, Shirley Pearl? Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve. Okay. Come on in. We are here to talk about the latest bombshell that dropped over there on Carlos King's page, baby. He cannot catch a break. He cannot catch a break for whatever reason, child. Come on in. Y'all like the polls? Make sure you take the poll at the top of the chat. Hold on one second, okay? I'm being very rude. Have to get myself together. Okay. Make sure y'all take that poll at the top of the chat. We are talking about Belle Collective, along with some other things, child. Other things have dropped since, but we're talking about Belle Collective. And the hot ass tea that came out on the page yesterday to, I guess, Carlos' surprise, child. He did not know. They dropped the bomb on him. Come on in, everyone. Don't work too hard. Yeah, look. Let's see, his house of cards are falling. You think so? All of his shows has been renewed like super early before these conversations has even started. Now we're used to them making the announcement, like I think after everybody has finished filming and the reunion has aired, but it looks like everything has been renewed before they even finished the season. I mean, last night he said that his flagship show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, he said they're in production right now. The flagship show is in production. And a lot of us, at least I did, I thought they weren't going to film until January, because that's what I heard Nell Fletcher say when she had came out and did her live. She was like, we got our contracts. We're filming in January. I was like, oh, okay, that's tea. But he said they're in production right now during the Christmas time. They're in production, that's pretty interesting. Come on in, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. He also announced that Belle Collective had already been picked up for the season. He said that it's been renewed. Belle Collective was actually the bomb this season. It was the bomb this season. In fact, it was probably one of the best seasons I've seen. Okay, come on in. Everybody's wishing everyone happy holidays. I think they're going to scale his shows back. Okay, let's see if they scale the shows back. That could be a possibility, child. Anything's possible. But as of right now, everything has been greenlit, including, I think they are seeking out talent right now for Love and Marriage DC, the show that, went off the air after Monique. Well, first it was Winter, then Monique, child. And then everybody was, talking about whether or not So Gucci was coming back. And I don't know, she may be back. But So Gucci and Aikisha are really good friends. They're really, really good friends. So I don't even know if you guys watched that show. Let's see. Hello, Showbiz the Great Biz. Showbiz the Great Biz. That's a cool name. Happy holidays from Arkansas. Little Rock, what's up, Little Rock? Layla, I see you. RMP, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all can put your city, state, country, island, wherever you are from into the chat. And I will put you on the screen to say hello and Merry Christmas. I see you, Kentucky. No, Aikisha was well within her right. Nothing unprofessional about it. Okay. I don't know who said it was unprofessional, but I do want to give y'all some background, okay? If y'all have not been watching the show. So Aikisha, who I think came on in the beginning, was she in the, when did Aikisha come on? Was it last season? Because I'm going to be honest, Bell Collective can be just a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Even though I like the show, I do like the show, it just seems like sometimes they're putting on, maybe that's the right word, they're giving us energy that I don't necessarily believe is honest all the time for me. And the energy is usually like, we're just trying to be these, great people that's doing all this fantastic work. That can seem a little, not so much the truth. You know what I'm saying? For me, I do appreciate it, trying to make it seem like you got shit going on, but I don't always feel like y'all got that much going on. Okay. Let's see. You believe that So Gucci will be the next to leave. I just like our people to get along and support each other. Child, I like it too. But listen, they were kind of getting along and supporting each other right before everything went off during filming. They were getting along. They were dancing, the whole nine. I don't know if y'all got an opportunity to see a video over on Miss Millie Chan's IG page. Okay. But she had a video over there where they were dancing to Wipe It Down. And baby, when I tell you every single one of them looked like the cartoon characters from Charlie Brown, y'all know how they be bopping and because she wasn't playing the music, but baby, they were all wiping it down. Okay. Bending, folding, up, down, side to side. They were doing all of it. It was when the production crew said, all right, everybody in position, let's go. I mean, everybody was on set. I think Glenn walks out the door and then he comes in like introducing, I'm the birthday kid. I'm the birthday kid. He changed clothes and everything. It was pretty damn hilarious. Let's see. I think you mean Aikisha was looking for shock value. It didn't land for me. She definitely was, RMP. Definitely true. Now, you know that Carlos has already interviewed Aikisha, and I actually love that interview that he did on one of his Monday shows. He had interviewed her before this scene. The scene had already filmed, reunion already filmed. It's going to air out on Friday. And when she came on, she was real solid. In my opinion, she came on talking about her relationship. She talked about when her husband may have been cheating and, what type of woman she was. She was real solid to me. I actually liked her better. Aikisha came on in season 2. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I liked her though. I liked her. And you want to know, and I tell y'all this all the time, I like for us to represent differently on screen because we're all different. Okay. We are not a monolith. We say that all the time. I don't like a group to just be homogenized. Like, everybody gotta say and do the same thing, act the same way. I think that Real Housewives of Atlanta is the best representation of how everybody was able to stand in their own individuality. There was only one Nene Leakes on that show, one Cynthia, one Phaedra, one Portia, you know what I'm saying? And they all showed up as themselves every season. I think the only person probably who kind of didn't always show up as herself was Cynthia. But all the rest of the ladies, they did not give a shit. Even Kim Zolciak, they all showed up. Who else? Who's the other one? Sheree. They all showed up as their authentic selves, the way they spoke, who they were trying to be. You know what I'm saying? I just always felt like That's them. You know what I mean? Let's see. They are so fake on the show. Are you referring to Bell Collective? But the Bells, though, I'll get into it. I'll get into it. Let me see if y'all have taken this poll. 130 of you guys right now, you guys are saying, the poll question was, will you miss Aikisha and Willie on Bell Collective? And 65% of you said yes. You thought that they were very positive and good TV. 5% of you said no. And 30% of you said, I really don't care either way. But listen, let me say this. I like the show. I think that literally this season probably felt the most authentic to me. And I don't know why, but I really enjoyed everybody's character. I really like Latrice. I think they were just tired of each other, kind of, so to speak. Hello, everyone. Come on in. Clifford should have behaved better in his own establishment. Yeah. Did you notice that, Thelma? Clifford standing up, and he got to the first event, the ribbon cutting late. I don't know where he was. I don't know if they talked about it or I missed it. But him coming in late when your wife is being, honored by the mayor and all of these, higher people in politics, that seemed weird. But he came in, he didn't look like he was dressed appropriately, considering what, Latrice was wearing. Hey, come on in, everyone. Love it, love it. Someone said Cliff was sitting, you didn't finish it. Cliff was probably hating on his wife. Well, y'all know he does a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they probably have the most authentic relationship. I liked Aikisha and Willie too. Letitia, I believe that's how her name is pronounced. Letitia and Glenn, they don't always give me 100 when they're on camera. Sometimes I'm like, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Let's see. That part, Latrice's husband ruined their day, letting his boyfriend or best friend show his tail. Yeah, I had a chance to look up some stuff, and now I'm thinking that shit was planned. It was staged, maybe. It felt like it, allegedly. It felt like it when I went back to look at some other stuff. Cliff was sitting there with Willie with no beef. He was waiting until Glenn came to activate and gave him the plan. Yeah. When I think it was Glenn who said to Willie, this is how it all started crumbling. Glenn says to Willie, after Willie comes in, pretends like he was going to, dap up. Excuse me. It was Glenn who came in, pretended like he was going to dap up Willie, pulled his hand back like, I ain't shaking your hand, right? Shook everybody else's hand down the line, sat down. Then him and Cliff start laughing, right? Glenn and Cliff start laughing like they just, dogged out Willie. But then he said something that was really inappropriate. It was really a low blow. He said to Willie, with his wife, Aikisha, sitting there, "You're just mad because you don't have a hot wife like Latrice." He was trying to pit Willie and Cliff against each other. You don't have a hot wife like Latrice. And then he point blank said, "You got Aikisha." Now, how would he like it if somebody said that about Letitia? What the F was he thinking? That automatically put Aikisha into her feelings, which I don't fucking blame her. Why is the men coming for the women? That was he called Willie a little bitch in confessional, but what he did was the act of a little bitch to me. I thought that was dirty. Did y'all catch that when y'all were watching the show or when you saw the clips? Let's see. You're right. Everyone is different because I was turned off by the announcement yesterday on Carlos King's show. I liked her. I liked Aikisha and Willie, but that announcement didn't match Willie's grievances. And you know, the thing that people, I know we talk a lot about corporate and shit like that, or people do talk about it. But y'all know that people don't just quit jobs. They tell you this when you are in HR and managing people. You don't quit jobs. Like, you can have the nastiest job on the planet, okay? Whether it's scooping up elephant dung or rat poo or whatever. There's somebody who's going to take the job. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter, okay? You can go into the houses and, you know, clean whatever, clean it. It's nasty, okay? People, what do you call them? Hoarder houses? There's people who get paid to clean those hoarder houses. Sometimes they just knock them the hell down. But there's always going to be someone who's going to take a check for whatever the job is. So people don't quit jobs, they quit people. That's when they say, I can't work with this person. And the grievance that Willie presented wasn't necessarily with the platform itself, because they liked the platform, they were on it. Their grievance was with their coworkers, the people that they were on the show with. And then I was in a place where I did something so out of character that, you know, I don't trust myself around these people, or I don't trust these people because they feel they brought them out of character. So they quit the people. Exactly. Pure disrespect. Aikisha had every right to be offended. And I don't know if y'all had an opportunity to hear that clip that Latrice and Letitia dropped the other day. It was pure disrespect. It was definitely pure disrespect for Glenn to speak about that man's wife the way he did. And he even said when he was sitting on the platform, that's my wife. I have to defend my wife. My job as a man is what he said. My job as a man is to defend my wife and my family. So you're putting me in a position where I might have to knock your damn head off. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, first off, if y'all didn't see that clip where really they didn't put hands on each other in the clip on the production set, the cast members did not physically touch. I should say that up front. People did come in and break them up. And I'm going to tell you, Willie used great restraint. Willie is huge. He is a big, big man. He played football, got a football ring. His wife, Aikisha, was behind him, and her and Letitia started going at it. She tried to come around her husband to go after Letitia. With one hand, he was swatting her back, just like, and it looked real gentle too. He was just like, push her. Her whole body would go like this. But he pushed her like 3 times, like, stay behind me, stay behind me. Then there was at least, it felt like 6 men, like men grabbing him. And he really could have just shook them off. He could have took his little leg, his ankle, and just like kicked. And they would have flew into the air like the cartoons, okay? That when I saw him push his wife back with his arm, with his hand, I was like, he is huge. Willie is huge. They would have never taken this man down. He would have pushed his way through all of them. That was his job on the football field. Push your way through. That man has still got it, okay? But everybody else was doing too much. Cliff with his sorry, hate to age shame, but his ass needed to get up and go, okay? He knew better. Glenn, child, what were you on? Were you standing on tables and you had to have a whole man rush you back? That was wild to me. That was wild to me. But, and I say at the same time, Willie still was more conscious of himself than anybody. He was aware that he could hurt any of them, even the people that were holding him. So even when he was like, I'm him, come on. He was taunting, but he still was in his right mind. He was in his right mind, where his wife was like, I'm going to get that bitch, okay? I'm about to let her have it. But there was 2 different stories told. So we had Willie tell a story on Carlos King's platform last night where he said, you know, they were coming for me. He also admitted that they've been jonesing for a little bit and that everything started online. When he told the 40-plus-year-old man who quit his job without telling his wife, allegedly, that it was real foolish of him to try this rap career, okay? Like somebody said, Glenn is a street bum, baby, and that he needs a job, okay? But he said he got real offended by that, and you know, he later apologized to him. He just said what all of us was thinking. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're putting, what is that about? Hold on. Willie told those men to, not verbatim, to suck his bleep. And that's when Glenn got mad. Well, he was saying a lot of things. He said y'all can, I think he called them jingles, like jingle bells. And then he also told them that they should pay him rent the way they ride his bleep. Y'all should pay me rent the way y'all ride my bleep. He just kept saying it too. He said it at least 3-4 times, child. I did hear that. But I will say this. Let me take that down, child. Let me take it down. Hold on. Let me see. She said, I hate when I do not like to pronounce your names wrong, but I think it's Relly. Relly said, sure, they could have left, but before the incident, Willie said everything was fine. They were having a good time, and then a switch happened, and he doesn't know what had changed. You're right. That's exactly true. I'm about to show y'all the switch. Okay. Can we just say that CK product lion and that disgraceful behavior is prompted and celebrated? Can we just say this is a CK product and disgraceful behavior is prompted and celebrated and no sugarcoating? Okay, child. Well, you had a chance to say it. I'll take that down. The show was actually, in my opinion, this was one of the best seasons. In my opinion, also, this was the first time the cast were really real with each other and present. And I don't think that typically they just seem like they're faking it. But I like the scenes with Selena and Soguchi. I liked the scenes with Willie and the dudes. The dudes, to me, seemed very intimidated by Willie, being that he was a football player, ex-football player, and what he had going on. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like some of the ladies were also intimidated by Aikisha, because she was the only one who had anything started on Ferris Street. I think y'all have been on the show for a long time talking about this damn street and what you were going to do. And I think that she had that write-up in Essence magazine. You know, the local news team came in and she was talking about how her family actually had buildings on that street since the 1800s. Like, she was really the only one. And I think that someone thought, this isn't your show. How dare you? And if y'all were paying attention, if you watched Friday's episode, you would have heard a conversation happening where they said, Aikisha got to go. She can't be a belle anymore. Like, they had the deciding vote on whether she should be a belle or not. That's why when she came on, she was like, thank you. I wish all Belle Collective luck. I see it got picked back up and we received our pickup letter. She was saying that to throw it back in people's face. But I think they probably would have went forward with the show if it wasn't for that last episode, hearing the ladies all say, we don't want Aikisha here anymore, which was really a slap in the face. It was a slap in the face. Do y'all think that Glenn wants a thumble with Latrice and Cliff? With Latrice and Cliff, like they had with the other baby mother? Ooh, did they ask them that question? I think somebody asked that question. They was ready to show out for the cameras. Willie said to Glenn, he looks like a broke musician. Child, did he not? He said, well, at least you matching today. At least, what's going on with your hair? What's going on with your barber? Child, I was like, oh shit. He was like, I got the best barber. I got the best barber in the city. Well, at least you matching today. I'm always good when it comes to my attire. You the one over there with that shirt looking like a broke magician. Okay. Definitely it was a holla moment. I rewinded a couple of times. Someone said that Willie's niece had gotten her butt kicked by Latrice's family. The streets in Jackson said Aikisha ain't innocent and that there's video that may get leaked to show that she was what was edited, and she don't want it out. Well, the way they wrapped the show up was very nice and cute. Okay. The guys, you know, the Colognes and the Rogers and what's the other ones? What's Glenn's last name? Yes, they are definitely intimidated by the Colognes. Glenn's wife is absolutely jealous of Aikisha. You think Latrice is jealous of Aikisha? There's something going on, and that's why I was enjoying it, because I was like, oh shit, I can feel energy. I can feel the energy this season. I felt it. I also there was a lot of honest energy that came from Soguchi. She's shown honest energy before. I loved Soguchi's daughter saying to her, you put these blinders on when it comes to me, like you don't see when I need help, like you can't see me crying out. Pay more attention to me, because you definitely can do it for JJ and his family. And child, that shit broke my heart. I was like, I know that as a mother, that has to make you sick. That has to make you sick to hear your child say that. So there was definitely moments this season where I was like, good job, ladies. Y'all really did clock in. And when I heard that they had, been renewed for another season before it even happened, because y'all remember that first season they came on, it felt like it was at least a year, maybe 2 years before they brought out season 2. Or maybe they had season 1, season 2, but it went on hiatus for a minute. And it made a lot of people walk away from the show. But they had such real moments this season. And it's unfortunate because I know that some of this is embarrassing for them. And so because it's happening directly to them, it feels much different from the way we see it. We watch it as a TV show, and when it turns off, we might talk about it a little bit, but from pretty much all other shows except for 11 Marriage Huntsville, we'll talk about it a little bit, but we move on. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting to see what happens next. But I think that it just became too much. It became too much. And there's a lot of grief and hurt that was behind that scene because of Latrice's niece, because of the fight with Latrice's niece, and I guess Aikisha's niece. Was it her niece or just a family member? But a young lady that is related to Aikisha got into a fight with Latrice's family. And they said that lady got beat up pretty bad. Now, from what I'm understanding, no police was called. No, nobody, no hospital bills were sent to whomever. And that happened several months ago. We are watching a TV show that was filmed several months ago. It was her niece too. Okay, so it was her niece too. Glenn has a trucking company and his wife is assisting with the loading contracts. So there's all kinds of rumors that's going on the internet right now that perhaps Glenn did not leave on his own, that maybe he was walked out, given his personal effects, his belongings, and told not to come back. People have been saying that. Some people said that they believe that he failed a certain kind of test, okay? Allegedly, that he may have failed a drug test. That's what some people are saying, okay? That he might enjoy things. This is all alleged, but these are rumors that are spreading around the internet. Let's see. I think that Tisha was jealous of Aikisha because Aikisha got movement on Ferris Street and Tisha couldn't. That is what everybody is saying. That is exactly what everybody is saying. A lot of people felt that way. They could see it. So hold on. Let me show y'all a few things. Let me put this up here. Okay, so this is the party before production, okay? Willie said on the podcast that his niece was jumped by 8 people or so from Latrice's family. Whew. Is that right? I thought it was a one-on-one. Latrice came out the other day and made it seem like it was a one-on-one, but you're saying that Willie said it was more than one. That's crazy. That's crazy, but I don't know. I'm going to give y'all what I heard because I'm sure more stuff is coming out. Y'all remember on Carlos King's platform when Latrice was on there, she made a comment like, Carlos, is there going to be any consequences or repercussions for what happened at my event? So she says this to him and he said, I'm not talking about that. So that was a couple of weeks ago when Latrice was on. She said, is there going to be any consequences, Carlos, for what happened at my event? Is there going to be anything that's going to be done about what happened at my event? And he said, I'm not going to address that right here. I'm not going to address that right here. Okay. But let's look at exactly what went down before the event. This is why sometimes with reality TV, we got to get all the pictures, all the things, because people will be telling you stuff and you get all emotionally involved, child, and then you see something completely different. But check this out. This is the party before filming starts. So we all saw them. If you were watching the show, they started out at Latrice's hair store and she said, let's take the party to Taste. It's on the same lot. They're just going to leave one building and they all start walking to the next building. They're over there, and I'm assuming production is getting set up, cameras, people are getting mic'd, all the stuff that's supposed to happen so that they can film in this little booth area, right? And they're pretty tight. They're like elbow to elbow sitting in this little booth area. But this is what was going down prior to that, okay? And Millie Chan is in this video. This is her video, okay? So shout out to her. All I'm going to show you is how everybody was dancing because this is what she was talking about. So no audio, but y'all can see it that she's showing. This is the atmosphere. This is what was happening prior to production saying, okay, action, let's go. These people are dancing to Wipe It Out. Wipe it out. Okay, and I'm all right. And I'm all right. Wipe me down. Wipe me down. Look how everybody's having a good time. Look at everybody. Latrice is in the black. Look at her swinging that arm, going down. I don't know who's behind her, but I think that's the cousin. Okay. There's Selena back there in her hot pink. Everybody is enjoying themselves. All of the cast. There's Glenn with a white t-shirt. He don't have his magician shirt on yet. Okay, there's Letitia. They were having a ball. They were enjoying themselves. They were enjoying themselves. Come on in. Let's see. Funny because Latrice's energy from her night on Mr. Monday was completely different after this episode aired and that live with Letitia. Facts. But why was that the case? Hold on. Let me see something. Okay, so y'all saw it. They were all dancing. They were all enjoying themselves. Nobody had any problems. They say that the scene starts and clearly you could see Glenn had on a white t-shirt, on a white, like a polo shirt. And when they come back in, when they're ready to film, and he's walking in like, hey, hey, because it's really his birthday, right? He's filming on his birthday. It was just a change of energy, a change of tone. And Cliff, Glenn and Cliff, it seemed like they got it started. They got it popping. Latrice was reaching about that phone. She was trying to find beef to start with Aikisha. And that would have been after filming. That would have been after filming and everything had went down. The fight went down and everything. Because she couldn't talk about it until after. 100%. But I'm saying, what changed the environment? What changed the environment from this to, you know, the filming part? When they started filming, why did it go so left? Why did Glenn come into the room and immediately say, you know, it was very insulting. You're mad because Cliff got a hot wife and you got Aikisha. That's a horrible thing to say. It was, and Aikisha didn't, you know, you could see it on her face, like, I want to walk out of here. She was ready to go that minute. But here was a little clip of what Latrice and Letitia said on Friday night following the episode.
Taste what started it. So the guys, of course, was jokingly going back and forth like they always do. Like, if you guys see any scene with the guys, like, it's very humorous, right? Because they go back and they go back and forth. So I don't know what happened, but I know Willie ended up telling the guys, like, you know, suck my dick or whatever, basically, to suck his balls or whatever. And a lot of, you know, they're Southern guys. So, of course, you know, Glenn, like, I think he said it 2 or 3 times,
Yeah, he
you
said
know.
it
So
multiple times.
that's real insulting when it comes to a guy, you know. Like, it's just certain stuff you don't say, certain stuff you don't do, whatever. The jokes ended up going too far. Now, Willie and JJ jokes hard. Like, they joke hard. My husband and Glenn joke hard. But this specific day, you know, I don't know. The jokes.
Well, here was the problem with the jokes. Did y'all, and Latrice says she didn't watch the episode, but why didn't y'all hear him go after, why didn't you hear Glenn and Cliff basically tag team that situation and go after Aikisha? That was the problem. No one's taking responsibility for that. Miss Divine said it wasn't even Glenn's birthday. It wasn't even Glenn's real birthday. Damn. So that was fake. Somebody said, when Glenn said that about the hot wife, what did that make Letitia feel like? Letitia feel like the not so hot wife. Yeah, it was a low blow. It was almost like they knew that that was what would get him, you know, out of his skin. And you could tell him that he was calculating, what do I say? What do I do? Because even after he said it, I don't even think he responded to that per se. He responded to the other stuff. But when he could tell that his wife was really hurt or upset, then he was like, okay, fine. Okay, y'all can suck these. Okay, I should be charging y'all rent the way y'all, you know, sit on them all the time. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, then he went left. He was like, if y'all want me to go gutter, I will go gutter. I will let y'all know that there's one of me, but I can take both of y'all. Let's see. Exactly, Diana. They never had to involve the wives. They were wrong for mentioning that man's wife. Right. So when Latrice is saying they joke hard, we've seen them on the show, you know, going back and forth. So yes, I'm sure that it has gone even lower than that we don't see. But wives should be off limits. You don't come in talking about, oh, he got the hot wife, you got Aikisha. Baby, what do you call Letitia if Latrice is a hot wife? Not that she's not a cute woman, but what the hell are you doing right now? Why are you tag teaming, you and Cliff, standing on top of benches and tables like y'all 3-year-olds? I thought that was crazy.
Weren't joking, and all of a sudden people want to take it serious when that hasn't been the case. Like, anything, I don't care how much crap they talk about each other, it's still light surface, and at the end of the day, they still can have a beer and drink and shake hands. And it went from there. And that's when I guess the guys jumped up, and for one, when they were sitting down, Keisha was kind of egging Willie on, like, we don't give a fuck, this is what y'all didn't see. Right. So she said, like me with my man, I don't egg him on when it comes to anything, because I'm a firm believer. I don't like violence.
Yeah, so yeah, she's sitting here talking about Aikisha was egging her on. But when he got up and said, I don't like this, and he was about to say the N-word, I don't like this. And then I think Willie was like, come on, say it. I don't like Willie. I don't like Willie. I was like, what are you on? I don't like this dude. Okay, well, I know Latrice says she did not watch it because she didn't want to see her cousin. It was, I think her cousin passed away. She had a male cousin, whoever was the one who grabbed Glenn and pushed him back away from everybody. He ended up passing away a week after that moment was filmed. Okay. He definitely was about to say the N-word, child. He stopped himself, looked at them cameras and went, I don't like Willie. I don't like Willie. I was like, oh hell, what are y'all doing? But, yeah, if she would have watched the episode, because I feel like this happens a lot. You guys are in it and you film it, and for some reason you think you know everything that happened when there's so many moving pieces. But if you would have watched that episode back with your own eyes and heard Letitia's husband say that about Aikisha, I don't know. Maybe you would have a different feeling, like, well, why did your husband do that? Because the two of you sitting here make both of y'all look guilty of something. And I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. It was Glenn who popped that off. And for whatever reason, Cliff started gloating and feeling like real, into himself. Like y'all said, they got some sort of boyfriend relationship. That's really wild. Let's see. Hold on. I think that was editing. I don't think that Willie heard that. Willie said that they were over there mumbling something and he couldn't hear them. You may be right, but I feel like when I looked at that scene a couple of times, when they say that, Aikisha turns red. Like, she's sitting there and she doesn't speak. She's just like, she actually looks dead at the production and cameras. Like, this isn't real. Like, this isn't cool. You know what I'm saying? When she does that, I was like, oh, damn, she heard him. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe Willie didn't hear him. I don't know. I'm giving them all the benefit of the doubt, but it was just a lot of moving pieces. And I think sometimes we have to watch all of it. But sometimes when you think you're there, you think you know everything, you heard everything, and it may not be the case. Also, Latrice is a contradiction because she said that this is what y'all don't see. But also she said she never watched it. She did say that. Yep, she did say that. She said, I never watched it. And I said, I wish you would have watched it, because if you would have watched it, you would have saw that, there was blame to go around, and there was definitely blame that should have been put on Glenn. Dan Pam, hi Dan Pam. She said, I did get the feeling that when she came on screen, she did get off that she was better, in my opinion. I felt that through the TV. And I'm not saying that Latrice is not jealous, but she did, look down on them. And I like Aikisha on the show. Okay, and I agree with you, Pam, that they had an air to them. They did have an air to them. And that's a fact. But that's why I liked it. I liked it because I like for people to show up as their authentic selves. They came in like, this is who we are. We're the colognes. Okay. And ain't shit wrong with that. Sometimes, look, we all carry something. That was what they were carrying, right? Glenn and Letitia, they got their own little thing. They've already done their Maury Povich, you are not the father moment. Latrice and her old man, you know what I'm saying? They can go after each other. I like Latrice because she is young and, she is, making things happen over there. I like to see that spirit in people. but I like for them to show up as their authentic selves. And I was really liking the Selena Gucci storyline. I was really liking that storyline. But yeah, for that to have gone that left that quickly, it just seemed crazy. Their edits definitely throw us off. Also, some of the cast get social media and talk negatively about each other. Yeah, this is an edited show. It's a produced show, but we all know that, right? It is produced just like every other show is produced. All of them, whether it's scripted or unscripted. There's a TV show called The Dark Side of Reality TV. And I saw it on Philo. It's an episode that talks about the Real Housewives. And there's this scene that y'all may remember where Cynthia is supposed to confront Phaedra about Mr. Chocolate. Okay. Her and Peter were talking, and I guess Apollo had told him that she was dating a man named Mr. Chocolate. Well, Cynthia tells this to her producer, right? And we all know that the producer's job is to make you tell whatever you told them. That's a story. That's part of the story. We need it. And they show the actual footage of how everyone's sitting around this table. And there's a producer back there saying, say it now, say it now. And then they're putting up signs saying, talk about Mr. Chocolate. Cynthia won't get the words out of her mouth. She looks crazy. Everybody is laughing at Cynthia because she is like, she can't do it. She just don't have the heart. And then finally she says it, okay? And she said that after that scene, which if y'all don't remember was a great scene, okay? But look, Portia was looking like, bitch, do you want me to say it? Nene was laughing. Everybody was laughing at her because she couldn't get it out. She finally gets it out and she said, after that season aired, her salary went up by hundreds of thousands. She said, I was making this mediocre chump change, and then everything went up hundreds of thousands. And she said it just kept increasing from there. So we understand that we are watching reality TV, but none of us would watch it if it was not drama. We wouldn't. And it has been proven over and over and over again. Those shows go off the air faster than they come on, child. Let's see. I think that he heard his wife's name, and I also think that he felt his wife sink, because she sunk after that. She literally was like, whoa, where did that come from? You can tell when your spouse, when there's something wrong, and we don't know if he leaned down and asked her something or if she whispered something. We don't know. That could have been cut out, but something happened, and I think she was aware of it. And he also heard his wife's name. But when he was on Carlos King's page, he was saying, channel, he was saying, listen, my job as a man is to protect my wife. That's my job. My job is to protect my wife and to come home to my children. And he ain't lying. That is his job. Let's see. Glenn is a big kid. He acts like Clifford is his idol. The thing with this live that Latrice and Letitia did is they did not talk about how their husbands was poking fun at Willie's wife and basically making it seem like she was a lesser. I don't know if that was cool. If Aikisha heard it, then Latrice and Letitia did too. They were sitting right there next to them clowns of husbands. Listen, I ain't saying you're lying, baby. I'm just saying that they changed the story. So right now we're getting this full picture, or a better picture of what we would have had otherwise. Let me see. Do you think that Stormy will try to be a Bill? I don't know, to be honest. She doesn't live in Mississippi, even though she was, I guess, a part of the that opening, the taste. I think it was a soft opening. But I don't really know what is on her horizon. She had showed herself. She got her degree from some Ivy League college in business. I thought that was crazy that she was studying for all of that. She has a lot going on, child. Congratulations to her. Carlos face when they quit on live, laughing your behind off. Yes, ma'am. They came with the Black excellence and said that we're not going to step off this train for this show. Well, they stepped off the train, child. I think they stepped off the train. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think that they probably would have moved forward. I think they probably would have moved forward if they thought there was room on the show to continue. Because when they do the reunion, I have a clip of the reunion in my IG stories. Aikisha says to Latrice, I really liked you. I thought that we were friends. I had no idea that you and Letitia were this, these people. And when she said that, you could tell that she was really hurt. But if you don't feel like you got an ally, you probably won't come back to the show. But I don't know. I feel like just based on the stuff she was saying when she had interviewed with Carlos a couple of weeks ago, I feel like she really enjoyed doing what she was doing, and they just had a moment. But she probably was like, I'm not coming back to this show if this is how you guys really feel about me. And she even said part of that when she was talking to the men. I think Cliff got up and said, you're nice, but I don't fuck with you. He says that to Willie. And Aikisha said, if you don't fuck with my husband, you don't fuck with me. Like, we are a package, baby. I don't know what this means, but you're not separating us with this nonsense. It's going to be funny when Letitia turns on Latrice again. Ain't that the truth? Because if y'all ain't got nobody to mess with, you're going to have to mess with each other. Stormy needs to sit down. She can't handle being on TV, and she needs to worry about her business. Well, child, she seemed like she got her business under wraps, okay? I think she made, almost $3 million last time, $2 million and some change. I know people are saying that people said they were allergic to some shit, but one person out of millions of cells saying that they're allergic to something does not a failure make, okay? You got to have like the entire crew. So I don't know. People might say they're, I guess, allergic to stuff, but not one. You got to have a couple of hundred. Let's see. That's odd because everyone wasn't against Latrice. Everyone was against Latrice last season. Correct. They were all against Latrice last season, right? They were all against Latrice. She was hurt. She came on crying. Child, I was like, what the hell? But I guess everything was kosher after they sat down and said, we apologize and stuff like that. I was like, oh my goodness. I don't think Sophia has made an announcement that she was leaving yet, but someone said, I don't want to watch Belle Collection if Aikisha and Sophia are not on it. They, including Carlos, seem to favor Selena over Sophia. They treated Sophia Soguchi poorly. I know we have differences of opinion on that too. I like all of them on the show. I'm sad to see Aikisha leave, but I really feel like that Aikisha Selena beef would have been squashed already if it wasn't for JJ. I think that he's another man that is stirring the pot when it comes to the women. Aikisha was never received by any of them after they found out about her text messages to Tambra calling them ugly. Maybe that's why the hot wife comment came up. It was more than one person, so your info is wrong. A lot of break was in her live. She turned the comments off. I'm not really for sure what you're talking about. Yeah, JJ's carrying on that nonsense. Those two were fine. Even in Friday's episode, Selena's sitting there. She is bright. She is smiling. She is literally, she seems even-keeled energy. So Gucci walks past her and she's like, hi, how are you? But it was a quick walk by, like, we're going to just, try to stay cordial. Selena was like, you look beautiful. Like, they did what they needed to do in the scene, but JJ does not like it. And even, I think it was So Gucci who said it during her interview over on Millie Chan's page. Again, she got the tea. She said, listen, I wanted to resolve things. She said that she told her producer that she wanted to resolve things when they started filming, even after the no contact order. And then she said the producer's job is to do exactly what they did, which is to pair them up so that they can squash the beef. But she said, I wanted to do it on my own time. I mean, that's not how business works, though. we have to keep in mind, you can't tell people stuff, especially the producers, if you don't want them to, use it. Didn't Stormy have to refund in shipping products a couple of weeks ago? Did she refund $2 million worth of products, Full Armor? Let me know. Because refunds and all of that shit is a part of business. I think we just like to, drag it through the ground because we want one person, or we want that person to fail. But as far as I understand, it's a part of the business. Everybody, the entire, if I'm not mistaken, TikTok platform allows for refunds and all of that stuff. So it's a part of the platform. Can we not make this about Stormy? Child, I'm letting y'all talk, and I'm trying to correct anything that I see that might just be, a little wonky, because when I read it, it's like, well, what are you thinking? So let's see. Let's play a little more of the clip.
Too much to lose. I feel like I work hard for my name. So it's certain stuff that I do and certain stuff that I don't want to do, right? And especially when I know that, like women, we have influence over our husband in certain ways. If I'm sitting here telling my husband, fuck him, hell, whatever.
Do they know who we are? Like, just a whole bunch of stuff. Tell them we don't give a fuck. Let's run it back. And I think Willie was like, hey, I don't want to look crazy in front of my wife, I don't know.
So it's
that long pause that Latrice gave her told me everything I needed to know. Everything's all good. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you. No big deal. Let's see. Anyway, I'll play a little bit more. And then I'll show y'all, talk about something else. We'll change the subject after this.
Started from that right there. But even like before then, this is what I didn't know and what I didn't find out till after like all the commotion and everything, that Aikisha not only had like her niece, cousin, sister, or whoever there, she brought like several people there. Like, and this was a invite only event. It was supposed to be like Bells, a few of my friends, like I did not know any of these people was here. They was coming out the woodworks when all this commotion happened. So they was coming out the woodworks, and I'm looking back at the cameras like, they're carrying heavy purses with like whatever they had in them. Whatever they had in them. So
oops, sorry about that. This is what I think made Aikisha and her husband quit, because they are being painted in a really different light, right? And she knows that she does not have the, an alliance in the cast outside of So Gucci. But to have someone say there was a gang of people that shows up uninvited with stuff in their purse, heavy stuff in their purse and things like that, it makes them sound like they got something going on. And this is all shit that happened off the show. That's not how it was presented on the show, but that's all the stuff that's coming out after the show. And it was also after these two ladies said, she's no longer a bill, we need her gone. So they're telling us that people might feel, okay? People may feel like they are being set up, okay? She said, I screamed they were lying. I screamed it. Poppy Cliff and Glendale the Rapper, baby. Okay. Let's see. I don't recall saying I wanted her to fail. Not you, Full Armor. No worries. Not you. Sometimes I speak in generalities, but I've been seeing a lot of people have the comments about it. So absolutely not you. Okay. Let's go to the rest of this.
Production and everybody broke Willie and Glenn and whoever else up. What they didn't show was outside. So my cousin was there. I didn't watch this episode, but I was trying to follow the tweets. Was my cousin gorgeous? She was there, right? She was on this episode, right?
Is that the one that was in the restaurant with you and Selena and your manager?
I think so.
Okay, she was there. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was a public event. It was a public event. And a lot of people were there, and you guys are saying this is a twisting of the narrative, that this is not true. And there you have it. And this is how stuff gets started and gets carried on. When you cross the Mason-Dixon line, baby, the South, be ready. They wouldn't say and wipe me down for nothing, child. Okay, come on in, Nicole. I see you. New to the channel. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I don't like Glenn. He was disrespectful to Willie and had the nerve to blame, and then Latrice has the nerve to blame Willie and Aikisha for this failed opening. And it wasn't even a real opening. I think it was a soft opening. I think it was just for TV, child. And sometimes they do stuff just for TV.
Aikisha, you know, of course they pushed them outside like, hey, you guys leave, you know, we finna end this scene, whatever, whatever. So while they're outside or whatever, the girl in the pink or red or whatever she had on, she's outside like turned up, like, you know, whatever. So my cousin goes outside to tell her, hey, you know, let's not do that today. Let's not, you know, this is my cousin event. You know, y'all just go ahead. So no matter what my cousin said, this girl wanted smoke because she specifically came here for that specific reason. So she hits my cousin in the face. Now, I understand, like, Aikisha, you got fighters in your family, but you can't bring a fighter to a fighter. So my cousin ended up stomping Pink in the ground.
She wanted the smoke, girl. She knocked that girl. That girl hit me so damn hard. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So while my cousin's stomping Pink in the ground, we're literally seeing this from the inside. So they like, you know, they're fighting or whatever. So all of us start running outside, like my sister, brother, cousin. Because if y'all want smoke, we can give y'all smoke. So by this time, I see Aikisha, Willie, you know, Aikisha, I guess, I don't know, she's swinging in the air, you know, like she wants smoke or whatever. But it's probably, when I look back, it's like literally about 15 of them. So I'm like, where the fuck all these people come from?
They threw me in the bathroom because they heard her say, we been wanting her. I been wanting you, meaning me. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I didn't see that part, but one of my friends, she was looking inside a taste, and she said she just saw Aikisha out there fighting the air. So I didn't know. I was like, what? She was like, some more people pulled up. So I'm like, where did they come from?
So this is the same narrative that they're going to paint on the reunion, it sounds like, because Latrice says to Aikisha, I liked you too before I knew you were so damn ghetto, or something to that. You should be apologizing to me for that ghetto mess you did at my event. And so they really are creating this storyline of, you know, we need to knock them down a few pegs because they have this air about them that they don't like. I think that's really how it's playing out. A lot of you are saying that it's a twisted narrative, though, that you don't agree with it. Hey, Review Hour, what's up? What's up, girl?
Yeah, she had literally, you know, they was running the cars trying to get whatever they was trying to get. I know one of the girls was trying to, I don't know, was it the one that got beat up or whichever one of her people, they ended up grabbing like a monkey wrench, and I think JJ ended up taking the monkey wrench from the girl.
I heard somebody come in there and say they did give JJ praise. Somebody came in there and said, man, somebody would have been messed up if JJ didn't take that from that girl's hand. And they said that he was just like, you know, we ain't gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. And he took it from her.
So look, thank God for JJ, but it wasn't gonna go how they thought it was gonna go. But
we came to party, they came to fight. And I didn't even, there was no beef. But I told Glenn when we got out to come to Goddess Live, I said, something felt off. And he was like, I don't know. I said, well, maybe it was just me running around trying to get the, you remember we was talking.
Listen, I know that they watch the show the way we watch the show when it airs on Saturday night, but they need to get a copy of the show so that they can see what the hell's going on before they start creating these stories or narratives around it, because that's not always what happened.
Talk about those fire dancers. And I said, well, maybe something is off. I had no idea. And then I have a video when Aikisha was whispering in Gucci's ear, and I was just panning the room, like, you know, getting footage, and Gucci looked dead at me, and I'm like, what happened? Because there's no problem. Like, we're good. I don't know what that was about. I have no idea. Why would I invite you somewhere and we trying to, and then you had other people in line to pull up.
Yeah, literally, I know one of Selena girls saw her on the phone, and then right afterwards saw like another car full of people pull up, like
That
What are
was
y'all gonna do?
crazy. So,
But
and then when you look, that's the only thing, because
See, I kept asking, how did all of these cars of people get here so fast? Because typically, you know what I'm saying? And according to like you guys were saying in the comments, Willie, he said this was a public event that what's her name? Not Latrice, what's the Tambra? Tambra had, been announcing everything. She was doing her professional radio gig, announcing everything, getting bodies in the house, and all of this stuff was happening to support her event, but it just went awry. Um, let's see. It's difficult listening to their delusion. Jeez. Serving frozen waffles on dirty plates and then brunches. They're blowing this up to be bigger than what it was. Well, it just sounds like at the end of the day, they was trying to put, sometimes this happens on reality TV all the time. They was trying to knock somebody down a peg or two. And now, listen, y'all lost a really, I thought anyway, I think that Aikisha was a good addition to this show. I am happy that the dentist is coming back. I want to see her. But I thought Aikisha was a good addition to the show. And we need to start seeing ourselves differently. You know what I'm saying? We come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, child, states of mind. And it's okay for us for everybody to represent. And then for everybody to be, celebrated for their uniqueness. They have to be celebrated too. Let's see. Nicole said I do too. Child, Nicole, you're saying all the right things, baby. All the right things. But anyway, she just goes on to explain. Well, let me see. I'm gonna get y'all up to her nephew. I think it was her nephew.
kind of, and then you had other people in line to pull up.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
I know one of Selena girls saw her on the phone, and then right afterwards.
It couldn't be highlighted or whatever.
Yeah, and that's whatever. I see a few people ask was anybody arrested. No, nobody was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of wanted to go ahead and just
Mm-hmm.
they left eventually, and we just continued on with what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't have a problem with anybody. With when it comes to Letitia, Maria, whatever, as long as you don't come in my
Mm-hmm.
family. Like Tisha, everybody know. Like I go up about my
Mm-hmm.
family. So
Okay, I'm gonna leave it here because she's explaining that I think it's her cousin. He ended up passing away a week after this entire incident went down. It was completely separate. It had nothing to do with the show, but she said that Aikisha has the cell phone that belonged to her cousin. And she said she's been doing the Find My Phone, and it is always Aikisha's address that pops up. And so she wants it back. But it sounds like it's just some bad blood. And Aikisha made a decision to just move on. And that's okay too. Sometimes you have to do that. That is a right. Those contracts, when somebody presents them to you, you decide whether or not you want to keep it or if you want to, or if you don't. Okay. But anyway, this is so she's comes from, you know what I'm saying? When this show came on and they were talking about Fair Street and all that stuff, they couldn't get anything done, nothing done. And literally it felt like because she had real roots there, her family owns property there for over 100 years, and she was being featured in all kinds of things, okay, including Essence magazine. It felt like there might have just been just a tinge of jealousy, child. But yeah, on network, they were bringing attention to this street. They were bringing attention to this show in a major way. Look, in real life, if we just got into it, I don't care about no phone facts. So stop contacting me. For the record, she never told Aikisha that the nephew passed away. It was just coming. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that. I did not know that either. So, Again, the more we talk about it, the more we learn, child. But that's it. Those are the ladies of Bell Collective. It has been greenlit. They have sent out those letters. We shall see what happens next. Okay. Now, when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, we know it looks like everybody will be moving forward because we haven't heard anything else. The only person who has come out and said that they will not be on the show is Sunny. But the core six, it sounds like they are moving forward, along with the newbies, Trish and Ken, and who else is on that show? I think the Fletchers. And am I missing anybody? I think that's it. And look, yeah, congratulations to them all. They are filming right now as we speak. And we know that on Saturday night, Martell and One Mississippi, Slow Mississippi, literally tried to break the internet. I don't think they did, though. I mean, they probably did. I will say this about Martell and Arion when they came on Saturday night. When I think it was Justin, when he was talking about them on the platform, on Carlos King's platform the other day, he said, you know what? These two are equally yoked. I can see why they are together. You know what I'm saying? I can see why they're together. They're definitely equally yoked. Good for them. And for Martell to make the moment that he introduces Arion, I guess, as his, person, because I don't even know if he still introduced him as a person. Somebody said, hold on, we don't claim her in Mississippi. My bad, child. My bad. Let me take that back. No offense. Okay. She said, it's really interesting that this is how he presents her. And I told y'all the other day, he needs to use people to do his dirty work. She was the one doing all the talking, all the stuff. So yes, he's going to put her out there because that's what he does. That is what he does. But let's listen to them real quick. I'm going to play what Melody had to say the other day, child, because that was funny. I know I was laughing, but hold on.
Calls, text messages, phone calls.
Okay, basically she's saying people were asking her, where's the proof? Because nobody believed what they saw on the screen. Martell had brought on a woman from, I don't know, maybe 12, 15 years ago, according to Wanda, because all of this was supposed to take place when Marceau worked at the theater, the movie theater. And she said that was 12 years ago or so. So that girl would have been 19, 20, 21 maybe. And so people were saying, where are the receipts? Because let's face it, when someone's on TV and you have some sort of interaction with them, you might hold on to those receipts. But when somebody's a damn nobody and works at the theater, you don't hold on to those receipts for nothing. You're not going to hold on to that shit for 12 years. That's going into the garbage, period. Okay, Chantel? And from the sounds of it, based on your platform, it has already come out that you are a stripper, okay? Maybe, allegedly, a lady of the evening. Where, if you had those receipts, they would have been shown. But they just came on TV. The chances that you would still have anything meaningful makes no sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. What were you holding them for? But according to this one right here, Arion, she kept saying, oh yeah, we saw receipts. She had plane tickets and a hotel receipt and this. Well, where is it, girl? Where is it? And then finally she says, Martell, you were there, right? Like she panics. Martell, you were there, right? Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. Girl, bye. Okay.
She showed me the flight. But Martell, you seen her in Vegas.
Right.
You were there talking to her. You was at Ross with her, Martell. Like, what are they talking about? You were there.
Yeah.
Why should we accept his word or yours? You're both proven liars. And you brought on someone to lie, child.
Right.
That's a fact. What are you getting for Christmas?
Dang, girl.
You want to get on here?
You got a filter on that thing.
You got to.
Martell was so upset.
That's a fact. What are you getting for Christmas?
Child, he got them eyelashes and that blush.
Dang, girl.
You want to get on here?
You got a filter on that thing.
You got to.
Y'all
Girl.
you don't need no filter.
I like that, Martell.
You still don't need no filter? I'm good. I don't need no filter. You stop reading the comments. Damn.
They hear every little thing that you're saying, Martell.
Okay.
Every last word.
Stop looking at the comments and engage. Talk to them.
I am talking.
Oh.
These two go at each other no matter what. They never have a normal moment, ever.
Look. You ain't got the filter on, dude.
I do. It's still on.
Man, God, no.
You look cute with a filter.
No. See, that's the problem.
What's the problem? That she was lying.
Who, Tisha?
No. They said she was lying. They think she lying. Nobody was lying but Tisha. Tell Tisha to come with her receipts.
She can't.
She can't come with no receipts about nothing.
That's why she gonna be in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna put my face on this screen because I'm not gonna put my face on the screen because Arion got this filter on, and I don't do. Chill out with all of that. But guys, don't say that girl made up nothing. Hell, I was there.
You seen her?
Be quiet. Listen, I was there, and the thing is, like me, Tisha lied. She said Martell is gay. And then Carlos tried to save her and say allegedly. She said no for a fact. So guess what? Liars will be dealt with in court. So we don't play that. We don't play no line. We don't play no trying to get a fucking storyline. We don't do that. Forget a storyline.
She went to Vegas with
So again, if they didn't have if Marceau didn't have sexual intercourse with that girl and she said so and I said she did, they did, that's court. We'll be in court. But no, it's true. Hell,
his problem is if you don't have a real receipt, it's just your word against theirs. So they can say it did not happen and you're going to have to prove that it did happen. The way you win defamation is to actually prove what you said was true. And so what is your proof? It can't be that you just said it because what you did was not cool either, Martell. That is what is hilarious. I don't think they have receipts.
I was there. I just didn't partake.
You didn't?
Shut up, girl. Hell no.
We gotta ask it again because they want to know.
I don't care what they want to know.
They don't know if they think we whatever.
It don't even matter.
You didn't, Martell?
Whatever.
See, that's why I don't go live no more, Martell.
Why?
Because no matter what, any little bit.
You know. Oh.
Do Tisha allow him to cheat? Do Tisha allow him to cheat? I think so. Yep. Yep.
That ain't none of our business. We don't care about that.
I think she does. No, I mean it's not that it's none of our business. We don't care about that. It's just what they get on TV and portray. She gets on there and act like her man is just perfect. Right?
Talk to them later.
Okay, let's go. Bye, guys. Go watch the YouTube and subscribe.
See, he said, talk to him later. Get off the live. Get off the live. Now he doesn't want her to say anything. She's in here talking to him like, this is what we talk about at the house, right? Right? And he's not even willing to stand in it. What's the point? What is the point? What is the point? Okay. Look, Martell lives at the courthouse, baby. You didn't say a whole word. Okay. Now he's already came out and admitted just 3 episodes ago that he was the ringleader. Okay. A lot of people forget that 3 episodes ago, Martell said Marceau was fat. He was ugly. He couldn't get the punani on his own if he tried. He said it was always him. And then he would let Marceau come in behind him. That's what I effing heard him say. So all of these years, everybody has been under the impression that Marceau somehow led Martell astray. Martell may have led Marceau astray the way he effing talking. Child, he's a crazy person. He should have just allowed himself to play the victim, okay? For everybody who's saying, oh my God, the stuff that this man did to the marriage, child, this was all Martell. Martell messed up his own game. Martell messed up his marriage. Martell said that he was the ringleader. He was the leader of the crew. Why is he traveling to Vegas with his Marceau, his brother, and this girl, and what would be the point? What would be the point? And why was this girl so, I'm only here for Martell. He was a perfect gentleman. If it wasn't for him telling Marceau what to do to pay for me, he wouldn't have done it. This makes him look horrible. This makes him look horrible, period. So anybody who got this holdout of hope, this is all stuff that Melody needed to hear, because she was under the impression that Martell wasn't doing all of this before he met the Scotts. It sounds like Martell was doing all of this, and he probably was trying to teach the Scotts a thing or two, because Marceau was fat and ugly, according to him. Okay, that's his quote. He said it on the show. That was what he said. That's what he said. What else did that cornball say? Basically, he just told on himself from the beginning of the show to the end of it, And then Melody, I guess people was trying to get her 2 cents on Sunday. They wanted her to speak on it, child. That was hilarious. Y'all keep putting y'all comments into the mix. And keep hitting the like button. Thank you, clone. But yeah, Martell told on himself. He said it. Oh, he sure did. And who else said that Maurice was also just way too fat? Who said it? Marceau. He says it in episode 1. He said, episode 1, season 1, he said, Maurice used to be, in the church, and, he had some dignified position in the church. And he said he left the church, lost 100 pounds. And I don't know who the hell this man is anymore. He thinks he's a ladies man, grew a goatee, and now he's somebody completely different. Okay. Sure did. Said they went behind him. The entire time he was coming home lying is what it sounds like. Okay. Now all of this is coming out. All this truth is coming out. He needs everybody to believe him. Sounds like the whole time he was lying. And people think that, oh, this is a get back. This is not a get back. Martell was the ringleader. Okay, not Maurice Luther Ho. Jeez Louise. That's hilarious. Oh, so it's not MLK, it's MLH. That is hilarious. Coleslaw and Martell are both liars. I mean, when are they telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? For a long time, Martell kind of waddled in the space of not knowing any better, not being sophisticated enough. Everybody else playing on his top and making him look bad and da da da. Child, this is funny to me. Y'all got to pivot when the story pivots. That's when the story changes. I pivot. I'm not going to stay in that space anymore. I know I tell y'all all the time that I try to give people grace. I've been said goodbye when it comes to Martell. Nope. But he is now telling on himself. He's making it sound like he was the one. He was the one that the Scott boys aspired to be. They were trying to get his caliber of woman. Okay. He doesn't. Let me see. I believe it. I believe that Martell hit before Marceau and Maurice. Ooh. Ain't no way that girl would tell us this story if she didn't, because she's that type of dumb and and don't care how she look on the internet. And she got paid. Okay. Probably gave her like some Bob Evans money or something. I agree with you. He was the leader. I mean, he said it. I'm gonna believe what you tell me at this point. But for a long time, including on Saturday, the way people was coming in my comments, you don't care what that man did to their marriage. I'm like, he really didn't do anything to their marriage. Martell did it to the marriage, according to him. Even Arion, in this very video, she's asking him, Martell, you didn't really do anything with her, did you? And he yells at her, cut it out. Why are you saying that? Well, they're asking. She doesn't even know the truth. She is asking him. Nobody knows the truth. Just count on him being the leader. Okay. Martell's, not Martell, Melody's cousin, I think it's her cousin, used to leave messages in one of the Facebook groups where she used to leave all kinds of tea about Martell. She was saying stuff like, I never liked that mother effer, okay? From the time they started, she was saying stuff like she used to try to tell Melody to call the police on him and all kinds of stuff. Mel protected that man for a long time, and she still has kept some of his little nasty, dirty dog secrets, okay? But yeah, he is not just some innocent guy who, you know, Melody was trying to whip into shape and the Scotts came along, child. Those Scotts and Martell were friends long before he got married, and he was always that dude. The only thing that happened between Martell and Marceau's friendship is Marceau wanted to protect Tisha a little more than Martell ever tried to protect Melody. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, show enough with your bad self, show enough, child. Okay, so that's my perspective, and I'm not going to change it until something else tells me different. But I'm always going to be telling the story from this way, from this point forward, child. But yeah, I guess people, Melody went live on Sunday following this big reveal. And it was funny. So I'm just going to play the little bit of audio because some of y'all or some people may have gone into them comments thinking that Melody was going to give a comment, baby. And she did not.
Yes, I do. I do. I do. Now I'm going to tell y'all on this good Sunday morning, it is freezing in Huntsville. See, you know. So I'm going to tell y'all right now, I've blocked probably 6 people so far already on this chat. Y'all know I love a good block party. I'm going to tell you guys, look, don't come over here on this chat with no foolishness at all. Don't do it, because I'm going to block you.
Okay, whoever thought they were going to get some extra tea out of her, she said, I've already blocked 6 or 7 people. Don't do it. I love a good block party. I love a good block party. Don't do it, okay? It'll be the end of you. Oh, that was funny to me. I'm sorry I had to bring it up. But yeah, at the end of the day, child, she said, I'm not a part of that foolishness and don't bring that shit over here. I don't care. But listen, people have shared it with her, and it's probably really healing at this point in the game to know all the facts, because sometimes you can have your mind wrapped around something like, okay, this is what happened. If some details comes out that says this is not how it happened, child, go ahead and take that in, because that's just it allows your wound to heal even faster. Blockity block. Okay, but anyways, you guys, I'm going to hang up on the live now. This was fun. I really enjoyed it. I got a couple of shows that I'm going to watch because I do want to talk about Married to Medicine. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just set up the notice when I'm ready. But yes, that's right. I'm sure she sees it, but it's only validation for her. And I don't think people understand that. Like, when someone says something that you don't really have all the tea on, you're trying to figure out who's the liar. And then all of a sudden you get that extra information that's like, it's just validation. It just helps heal the mind. Okay. I love you guys too. Thank you, Althea. I love you too. I hope that you guys have a Merry Christmas and y'all cook and do y'all thing. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I enjoyed the live as well. Thank you guys for coming over and joining. Okay, hit that like button on your way out. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. Okay, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.